I'm just sitting here thinking about my nomadic lifestyle, and like this is where I am right now. It's pretty awesome. There's a lake down here, there's trees. It's like completely silent, peaceful. I got my dogs, and this is one of the reasons why I'm like, you gotta have dogs if you're a nomad. And I'm so used to it now, like I forget a lot of the time what the dogs do for me. You know, I'm all by myself. I'm out here in the wilderness. Like I'm on top of a rocky mountain right now, about half a mile from the trailer. There's nobody out here, but you never know like what might creep up behind you. And so we're just chilling here because we were just hiking. And so I'm facing this direction, just looking out at the lake. And Dodger lays down this way, so he's checking out my back. And then Echo is facing this way, so now he's checking out this direction. So if anything comes up, like anything, you know, a porcupine, a snake, a bird, but things like bears or mountain lions or a wolf or a coyote, these guys are going to see it. I'm checking out this way. So we got our, you know, all of our bases covered as far as like being snuck up upon. And so like they feel safe, I feel safe. And they just do that naturally. You got to have dogs if you're going to be a nomad, at least one. Because you got extra eyes and ears. And like I was saying, it's just, I forget how comfortable I can be out here with my dogs. We take care of each other. It's kind of silly, but you know, I make these videos really for myself. I always think about the subscribers. I do think about you guys when I'm making the videos, for sure, when I'm editing and things like that. But I go back to these videos and I watch them with me and the dogs and look at the places we've been, and it gives me a little bit of kind of a reminder of where we've been. It kind of inspires me. But sometimes I get messages from you guys that make me feel really good when you kind of understand what we're doing, is like sharing our adventures and kind of hopefully giving you all some ideas too of like what to do and how you can do things kind of simply and be outside as much as possible, have fun with your dogs and little adventures, you know, just going on little hikes and looking at nature and encountering things. And we do encounter like fun, exciting, strange things that happen sometimes. And I always try to kind of push those, you know, with the thumbnails and the titles that I use for the videos. They're kind of funny sometimes, but you know, the way I look at it, they're all truthful. You know, I'm trying to get people excited and interested about being in the outdoors and not thinking it's something so like foreign or alien or strange or weird. You know, Van City Vanlife, he's got a great channel, and he lives in a van, and he has this thing called Weirdos Unite. And because when he started, you know, he thought it's weird to live in a van. It's weird to not have a sticks and bricks, an apartment, that kind of thing. And once you're out here for a while, you realize it's not really that weird. I mean, we're out in nature. It's like there's trees and there's a lake here, and we got open sky, we got fresh air. It's peace and quiet. It's silent. It's really safe up here. And you just bring a little bit of gear like I got here in my pack, and now I feel super safe. It's like I got everything I need. And you realize it's not that weird. It's not that strange of a lifestyle. It's just kind of a simple lifestyle. And then you think about how you feel overall. And, you know, I feel really good. I can tell my dogs are really happy. Dodger gets kind of tired on the hikes now as he gets older, especially when we're here in the Northwest where there's mountains and things like that. But I know he loves it. He loves it. He's going to get back to the trailer and he's going to pass out in bed, and he's going to be a happy camper. And tonight he'll get a burst of energy. He'll be all excited again. But it's just, it's not really that weird. You start thinking about like city life and living in an apartment, living in a house, living in a neighborhood, you know, especially busy places, and that actually seems kind of weird because you're affected by all that stuff. There's, you know, some angst and negativity, especially in the big cities, that sort of, you take that in and you might not realize it, but you are taking that in one way or another, and that's going to affect you. That's just how it is. Just like out here, like what we're around, that's what affects us. That's what gives us these emotions and the feelings that we have, the motivations that we have. It's all because of what you see around us, and it changes, you know, because we do move. We're nomadic, so we end up in, you know, we'll be in the desert, we'll be in a cave. The last few videos, you know, we're in a cave, and so your mood is affected by what's around you, and that becomes really apparent. And you realize, like, if you're stuck in the city, stuck in an apartment, stuck in the same town, that's what's affecting your emotions, your state of mind, your state of being, and who you are. And, you know, that can be a really great thing for sure. There's a lot of things that we don't get, you know, because we're apart from civilization for the most part. But there's a lot of things that we get that people in the civilized world aren't encountering. But what feels really good is when you all leave us comments about like what you think about these videos, if it inspires you, if you're kind of doing the same thing, if we've made you think about something, or you have something for us to think about. It's just really fun to kind of get that feedback, especially when we get the positive feedback, of course, or if you have critiques that help us make better videos in the future. I really appreciate that stuff too. And sometimes people say like they're inspired. They use the word inspired by what we're doing, or relaxing. Like it's nice that they have our videos to kind of watch and kind of get a different feel for how somebody else's life is, and that makes me feel so good. Like it makes me really happy that I can create videos that I like, and where I'm doing things that I like, and the dogs are doing things that they like, and we're living simply and exploring nature, and then pass that on, and then get a response from people where they say, oh, that's inspiring me, like thanks for creating these videos. Somebody sent us a donation on Buy Me a Coffee, and there's a link in the description, and they use that link, and you know that helps us out so much. But they left a nice message, and I don't know who it was from, but they left a nice message that we inspired them. And you know, I don't know how much we inspire them, but if we inspire somebody just a little tiny bit, like what's better than that, really? It's like, it's pretty freaking cool. You know, at the same time, like, don't get it twisted, it's not always an easy lifestyle. If you watch some of my past videos, you'll see situations, you know, that we run into that we have to figure out like on the fly. And luckily we've had good luck with, you know, our vehicles, and the dogs are healthy. You know, Echo's been beat up a little bit, Dodger's been injured a little bit here and there. Things do happen, but all in all, everything is healthy, and you know, we have a good system. But it takes a while to get there, and there's always things that are going to come up, and you have to be prepared for that. Today it looks like I don't think we're going to have any problems. I think my dogs love it out here. It's another awesome day being outside. Dodger always finds like really awesome views. There is like a little drop off here. I mean, he would get hurt like if he fell. He's still actually probably 5 feet from the ledge. I guess he's like 2 feet from the ledge. But it flattens out right there. He's getting older though, so I really do have to watch him, like make sure he doesn't slip and fall. You can hear people shooting guns. It's a Saturday, so they're out there in the hills shooting a little bit. It's not too annoying really. But this is what I do when I'm out just doing a little day hike. I got my water bowl here, a little bit of water, my day pack. Then I always bring a piece of this Reflectix material. And that's what I just sit down on it. That's my sit pad, so I can fold it up. And then if I want to sit on it, it's soft. I can lay it out like this and lay down on it, which is what I'm doing now. I use my pack as my pillow. But I really don't have to carry too much stuff in here. I got some simple things, and I do have a video where you can see all the stuff I put in the pack. But it's basically just like, I got a backup battery for my electronics. I got a survival kit in here, a first aid kit for the dogs. Just some basic gear. I got a few like snack bars, and I got my toilet kit, which is just a little shovel and some TP. And of course I have my sun hat in here. And I also have my warm hat because it's starting to get a little cool out. So I have that. Here's the doggy kit. If you want to see all this stuff opened up, then yeah, you can check out my other videos. And then I got my main first aid kit, but it's got other stuff in here too, like spare contacts and sunblock, soap, things like that, chapstick. And then this is one of the fun things, which is just a set of binoculars, which is something I always like to have with me, because out in these landscapes where it's so vast, you'll see stuff out there and you'll be like, what is that? And you just can't tell unless you have a little mini pair of binoculars. And these ones really do the trick for me. Doesn't really what matter brand. These are Tasco, and you know, these are like what, 30 bucks or something like that on Amazon. And these are nice to have, really nice to have. So see, I got some fig bars, Cliff Bar right there just in case. What else do I have in here? Got a bandana, and that's basically it. Another granola bar. In this pouch here, I've got things that I use more regularly, like I've got a battery pack, my keys, lighter, chapstick. There's even a compass here in case I get really lost. I got a little light right there. I have a couple little lights, and some eye drops for my eyes. And that's really everything that I need. What do you think, Echo? The first one of those flew by and I was like, I don't know, to me it looks like one of those stealth bombers. It was like flat matte, kind of grayish black, really sleek looking. The second one looked a little different. Dodger didn't like the sound of that. I mean, it was loud, it was vibrating everything, and two of them came by. But what he does is when he gets upset, he gets a little nervous, he starts to dig. So that's what he's doing right now. He's just letting me know, like he's like, I want out of here. Let's go back to camp. And gunshots will do that, especially if they're close by. If they're far enough away, then it doesn't bother him so much. But if they're close by, then he'll do the same thing. And sometimes he'll just start taking off. He'll just kind of run away if he hears really loud stuff. Right, Dodge?